What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Sports and Superheroes. Your boy was sick last week, so we didn't do an episode last week. It was just a cold, nothing big, but it had me down. I had my whole household down. My wife was sick, the kids was good, but me and my wife was down. So no podcast. So we coming back this week. Luckily, it wasn't a lot of news for last week, so it didn't hurt us that much. But we got Super Bowl Sunday just passed, so we're gonna be talking about that. But with that being said, thank you for coming to the podcast. It's Sports and Superhero Podcast, where we give our opinions on the sports and superhero entertainment news of the past week. I'm your host, one of your hosts, Sammy. I do the superhero side. This with my other co-host, Marcus. He does the sports side. Say what's up to the people, Marcus.
What's up, people? I ain't saying too much, so I ain't I ain't gonna curse within the first 45 seconds, 2 minutes of the
We
show
will
this
see.
week.
Marcus gets
I'm,
riled up
I'm not.
sometimes.
We're almost a minute, half minute. I ain't saying nothing.
We were trying to keep Marcus to a 5 minute before you curse rule. he,
5 minutes. Oh,
yes, 5 minutes.
that's
That's
crazy.
not crazy.
I'll count down.
We got a timer and stuff, so if you hear a buzz, that means Marcus can start cussing. But with that being said, yes, like I said, we bring you our opinions on the entertainment news. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps us, lets YouTube know you like watching us, and then push it out to other people. And we would love to get other people, as viewers, to listen to the podcast. If you don't know, we're on YouTube, and you also catch clips of us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Blue Sky, the X, Twitter, whatever those other social medias are called. There's a lot of them. We're all over the place. Go look down below. You can find them. Go ahead and follow, like, share, send it to your friends, and all that good stuff. Also, you can leave a voice message if you want. We have a link down below. Give us like a minute long voice message, whether it's about superheroes, sports, our life. Long as it's not too weird, we'll probably answer it on the podcast so you hear yourself on the podcast. So that's pretty cool. But with that all out the way, let's just get into this week's episode. Marcus, take it away with the first sports story.
Well, you already mentioned it. On talk Super Bowl. Actually, most of my notes is about the halftime show. I don't have that much about the game itself. I'll try to sum it up quickly because guess we should talk about it since that was the reason why the
Yeah,
halftime show happened.
honestly, it wasn't a very
Uh,
thrilling game. It was a big defensive game. So,
let's see. Seattle Seahawks won 29-13. It was a if you love defense, it was a great game to watch. If you
yeah.
wanted offense, it was pretty boring for the first three quarters. Um, Seattle kicked what, how many field? Four, five, three field
Five.
goals?
Five
Five?
in total.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the touchdowns weren't being scored until the fourth quarter when I decided to leave my friend house to come home. Then it starts going touchdowns.
Yep.
So the MVP was Seattle's running back. I can't remember his name right now.
I want to say it's not Herschel, or is it
Nah.
Richard?
Uh,
I know his
what is his
last
name?
name is Walker the third.
Yeah. Really? Well, shoot.
Let me see. You keep talking and I'll look it up.
Yeah, it was his dad's first game was at the Super Bowl. The
Yeah, I
first
heard about that.
his first NFL game. Uh, I know you and I we had to talk about this.
Kenneth, Kenneth Walker the
Kenneth,
third.
yeah, Kenneth Walker is the MVP. I know you and I had a talks about this about who should have been MVP, whether it should have been a kicker,
Yeah,
since I mean he scored the points. I mean, sure, Kenneth Walker has some big plays to get him down and field goal position,
true.
but kicker still had to make the field goals.
And
Um,
he made them field goals.
yes, he did. I mean, and the way that kicking has been going in the NFL this season, it was kind of tough job because kickers has been messing up a lot this season for a lot of teams.
Yeah, his name is Jason Myers. I think he should have won the MVP. I honestly think he should have. He set a record for 5 Super Bowl field goals, so he is in the record books with that, but I think he should have won the MVP on that game. Honestly.
Yeah, the previous record holder was LaDainian Thomas because he had scored like 15 points in playoffs, whatever year it was. But
Okay.
I mean, for Kenneth Walker, I mean, he had on 27 carries, he had 135 yards, and he had caught caught two passes for 26 yards, which gave him a total of 161 yards from scrimmage. Also, he would have had a rushing touchdown like towards the end of the game, but he got called back for holding.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but shout out to Seattle. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm not a Seahawks fan. So
Exactly.
I really didn't care. I was really watching the game to hang out with friends and to watch the halftime show. I'm finna be, oh yeah, 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
He
6 minutes
realized
and
the
30
time,
seconds.
so he can cuss now.
Yeah. Anyway, uh, I'm gonna be on my Sammy shit. Segue. Yeah, I was there for the halftime show, and and speaking of the halftime show, first before I get into it, I'm gonna give you a little backstory quickly. So I want to start off with saying shout out to. Actually, let me ask you a question. You remember the show in Living Color?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I still.
Give him the history of why the
uh,
halftime show is what it
I
is.
gotta say, for people who don't know, Living Color was a black sketch comedy show. You can find it on YouTube. I know because I've been watching episodes to this day of In Living Color on YouTube. Uh, some of your favorite comedians, dancers, actors, I guess if you want to call singers, started on In Living Color. And when I said I'm talking about J Lo, she started as a fly girl. She was a dancer. Jim Carrey, uh, Jamie Foxx, the Wayans brothers. You
Brothers,
know, just to
Jennifer
give y'all,
Lopez.
I say her, just to give
Did you
y'all
say?
some insight, just to give y'all some insight, and a lot and many others. But anyway, the reason why I'm shouting out a Living Color because without a Living Color, the Super Bowl halftime show would not be what it is today. Uh, Back on January 26, 1992, during Super Bowl 26, at the time, 11 Color was aired on Fox. Fox aired a live special episode of 11 Color directly against the halftime show of the Super Bowl to draw away views from CBS. By doing that, it was a huge success when 11 Color
Very,
did that.
very much so.
Uh, they drew nearly 30 million viewers from the NFL's halftime show to switch to over 11 Color. So before let's see 1992 and before the Super Bowl halftime shows was typically university marching bands, drill teams, and patriotic family themed performances.
Hmm.
um, Keenan Ivory Wayans was the brainchild of, so to speak, of In Living Color. Him and his producers had the idea of airing a live show during a halftime show since people usually that's the time people went to go get food
Yeah.
and get drinks, go to the bathroom, do whatever because the halftime performance was pretty boring at the time. So 11 Keller aired the live show, got 30 million viewers, snatched it away from the NFL for the halftime show. So in return, NFL was like, nah, we can't have that. We can't have people taking our viewers. So
Exactly.
the very next year, they got Michael Jackson. They hired Michael Jackson to do the halftime show.
Was it? Yeah, the very next year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Side note, speaking of Michael Jackson, I'm gonna need some of y'all to stop comparing other artists to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. It's
Yeah.
levels. There's levels.
Very
No,
much so.
no one, no one is going to be on Michael Jackson's level. Okay, so just stop it. Stop it. I mean, Mike just went out. he was gonna stand there and not say nothing for like 5 minutes, and people are passing out. Man
Very
ain't
true.
said not one damn word passing out. But anyway, let me keep it moving because I got a lot to talk about. Uh, Also, these new artists, I don't care about streaming numbers either. Stop comparing them to MJ. I don't care about the streaming numbers. I mean, legend has it, y'all so-called stream kings, the numbers is
It's painful.
fabricated.
Yeah, so
They're bots. Being bots. Okay, just saying. Pusha T had a line about that. I don't got it. I don't got it in my notes. I just remember it now. But let me keep it moving. So, uh, Bad Bunny. I'm going to move on and talk about Bad Bunny now. Bad Bunny's halftime show had an average of 28.2 million viewers. I think the super. Can you do something for me? Can you look up the viewership for the Super Bowl itself? I know it wasn't more than Bad Bunny. I think it was 123 point something million for
it
people who
was
actually watched.
135.9 million that watched the Bad Bunny Super Bowl performance.
Wait, where you
Uh,
get that number? Where you get that number
I
from?
just saw it on Instagram or no TikTok or something. His was like it said the total calculation was 135 million. He was right above Kendrick because Kendrick was like 134, and
See,
then
I
so I
got
what you got?
I got different numbers. I
Okay,
got his average was 128.2 million views, and that would make it the fourth most watched halftime behind Kendrick Lamar, 133.5 million, Michael Jackson, 133.4 million, and Usher, 129.3 million. So,
okay.
so I don't know if that was adding like impressions of like stuff off the internet or something. I don't know. I got that. I want to tell you my source, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now where I
Because
got that
I
information from.
just did a quick. I don't know who this source is. I guess it would be between NBC, Peacock, NBC Sports Digital. They say 128.2 million viewers for Bad
Hmm.
Bunny's performance, but
Hmm.
the audience peaked. I don't know if this is the whole telecast at 137.8 million
Okay.
overall, I think.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Yeah. Because
somewhere
what I
around.
got is 128.2 million views from 8:15 to 8:30 Eastern time. So, well,
Okay.
regardless, we a lot of people tune in to watch the halftime show.
Yes, way more than that other uh
I I think
halftime.
that was like 6 million is I think the number I saw for that, but I'm not even gonna talk about them. Anywho, the so the performance was a celebration as a love letter to his heritage, performed entirely in Spanish. Question before I dive deep into it, what did you think of the halftime show, Bad Buddy's halftime show?
I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay once I learned some more information about it. I see what it was for. Like for me, I'm not necessarily a Bad Bunny's fan. I've heard his music and he got a decent vibe. Um, but I don't know if it was for me.
Mhm.
But not everything is for everyone. Sometimes they're trying to give something to certain part of different cultures at times. Like Kendrick, that was for me. That was for my
Mhm.
culture. This one is for the Spanish culture. And I know they felt seen in this. And sometimes people just need to be seen. There's nothing wrong with that. Everything doesn't have to be for everyone. And even if it's not for you, there's something you still can find in it to enjoy. That's half the battle of people just realizing sometimes something's not for you. That don't mean you can't enjoy it too. Ooh, that's a bar. Write that down. Uh,
This guy. This guy. Um, but yes, I agree with everything you said. I have nothing to add or take away from that. So yes, because when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is entertaining. I'm not fluent in Spanish, so it's like I didn't understand what he was saying. Like I
Hmm.
saw some visuals. I like, okay, like some stuff I can piece together. I like, okay, I see that visual. That makes sense to me. And when I was watching, the initial watch was okay, but then once I saw videos, it got broken down and explained. Now, like, oh, okay, now it's a lot better for me because now I understand what's happening and what was going on in that show.
Hmm.
So, and like I said, I thought it was dope. He stuck to his Spanish roots. He shout out to his heritage, just
Yeah.
much like what Kendrick Lamar did last year.
Yeah.
So,
He is
so
still an
now,
American, people. He's an American.
yes, yes, Puerto Rico is part of America. You dumbass
Did you
people
see? Is it
talk about
Jake
some.
Paul
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah. I want to go talk his dumbass. Yeah,
even his
yeah. He's
brother
so
came
fucking
out
stupid.
and said something? He's like, he is an American, and I don't agree with
Yeah,
my brother.
Anthony Joshua. I got that about. Maybe I'll talk about that next week. It's in my notes. Anthony Joshua fucked him up. This boy can't even fucking think straight. 'Cause- yeah, yeah. Because some people was like, "Oh, we want American." Rihanna's not a U.S. citizen. She's from
Anyway,
Barbados.
I didn't see y'all say
You,
that with Rihanna,
you
YouTube,
two, the
uh,
Beatles. Like
Beatles.
this is just people I'm naming off the top of my head. Like, come on,
Exactly.
man. What are we doing? He's a U.S. citizen. Stop it. Y'all.
He can vote. All the other people can't vote in our election.
Yes, yes. It's unfortunate that. Never mind. I'm not jumping in
I was like,
political part.
I didn't mean to derail you like that.
You finna get me fired up. I don't. I'm not jumping to political aspects. I'm trying not to. Okay,
No, I just-
so the show opened in a recreated sugarcane field with workers into traditional pava hats. Also, I want to give a disclaimer. I'm sorry to all Spanish people, Hispanics. I'm going to butcher these names
yeah,
in Spanish,
this is
and
not our
I'm so
language. So we're gonna mess it
I'm
up.
so sorry. I'm
We
gonna do my best.
This is nothing
And
but
I'm
love,
sorry.
though. Nothing but love coming from love. We
Yeah,
apologize. Maybe we'll get someone of a Spanish that will help us pronounce these words in a later podcast. But all love here.
yeah. Yeah. So, traditional pava hats. This reference Puerto Rico's colonial history and the brutal labor endured by generations under Spanish and U.S. rule. Okay, I got a side note about the sugar canes. So I remember when it was getting all set up, and then it came out for a commercial, and they had all the grass there. I was like, "Why is the grass moving?" I'm like, "Why is this moving?" Turns out it was actual people in costume. So I'm gonna
Yep.
dive in that quickly. It was a group of around 500 extras who played bushes or grass to create the landscape of the sugarcane field. Performers were required to sign a very serious NDA to keep details of the performance a secret. While some of the 40 plus people were dropped for potentially breaking the NDA, others quit or were let go due to the physical difficulty of the role, which involved wearing 40 to 50-pound costumes. So
Oh
NFL
wow.
field is a big field. So you have a 40, 50-pound costume with also, I'm sure it was warm, and you got
Mm-hmm.
to run out there. So, but shout out to them. Shout out to the performers who played the grass. I mean, I'm sure that was not an easy job at all. So
Not
shout
at
out to
all.
them. And that was good thinking too. But whoever set up the stage and everything, that was great thinking.
Yep.
Um, so the stage featured a replica of La Castilla, a typical pink Puerto Rican home representing community resilience against gentrification. At one point, Bad Bunny was served a drink by Tonita, the owner of a legendary Brooklyn Puerto Rican social club, symbolizing the strength of the Nairo. I, I'm not even going to try that. I don't know what that says. Okay.
Understandable. Understandable.
But yes, symbolizing the strength of the social club in Brooklyn. I do. I saw or read that in a neighborhood where the social club is, because there's an actual social club in Brooklyn. They gentrified, like I said, gentrified the neighborhood.
Yeah.
They tried to get kicked her out a number of times, and she's still
Yeah.
there, stand strong. So shout out to her.
Yep.
Um, at that part of performance, when he's at the social club, you see Cardi B, Carol G, Pedro Pascal, and Jessica Alba dancing on the porch of the social club. So
Yeah, I missed. I saw Cardi. I didn't realize Pedro was there, and I didn't know Jessica Alba was. I didn't realize Jessica Alba was there. I was like, oh, I
yeah,
missed him. I didn't realize it, but I saw Cardi B because I thought she was going to do a number, but she was there.
yeah. Then also, now when I saw this part, I thought it was part of the show, but this part was real. A
Oh
real
yeah,
couple legally married on the field during the show. Bad Bunny served as a witness and signed their certificate. Apparently, the couple invited Bad Bunny to their wedding, and he invited them to get married on the Super Bowl. That's
yeah.
pretty
I
dope.
think I think that are they the first couple to get married during the halftime show? Like, I think that's a
Yes.
record right
Um,
there.
yeah. So that
Has to
was pretty dope. How
be.
crazy is that? You invite Bad Bunny thinking he probably won't even respond, and then he respond like, "Meet me at the Super Bowl halftime show. I'll marry you there." That's crazy.
So they got
That's
to go to the
crazy.
Super Bowl, get
Right.
married, free marriage too. They probably didn't have to pay for that.
Yeah. So shout out to them. You know, doing great things for his people. That's what I'm talking about. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Also, Lady Gaga made an appearance. Lady Gaga appeared as a wedding singer for the on-stage ceremony, performing a
Yeah,
salsa-infused version of "Die with a Smile." So that's pretty dope. You get married on the Super Bowl, and Lady Gaga is singing at your
yeah,
wedding for millions of people. Pretty dope. Um, then I don't know. It was a surprise for me. I don't know about anybody else, but then Ricky Martin popped on the screen. You really don't see Ricky Martin that much. I don't think
you
he'd be
really
outside
don't.
like that.
You don't.
Uh, Ricky Martin performed Low Quest La Paiso a Hawaii, a song that uses Hawaii's history to warn against gentrification and culture ensures of Puerto Rico. So I saw a video and it was said like the song Ricky Martin was singing was like for Puerto Rico and the culture and warning them about the history about how colonizers took over Hawaii and be
Yeah,
careful. Don't want that to happen to Puerto Rico as well. Um, there's another thing that had the internet in a frenzy. So then at one point, again, I'm probably not talking about these things in order and with when they happen. So keep that in mind. Should have said that earlier, but Bad Bunny handed his own Grammy trophy to a young boy meant to represent a young Benito. Benito is his real name.
hmm,
This symbolized passing the torch and the message that any kid, regardless of background, can achieve their dreams. So I heard that Bad Bunny, before he got famous, worked at a supermarket.
okay.
Uh, Also, another thing, when he handed the kid the Grammy, it sent the internet in a frenzy because people thought it was
The little boy is
Lean.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, Lean Ramos. He's a 5-year-old boy that was detained by ICE in Minnesota as he returned home from school. So people thought that was that kid, but it wasn't. It was a the boy that was at the Grammy. His name is Lincoln Fox. I don't know if he's an actor. I don't know what's his relationship with Bad Bunny or connection. I
uh-huh.
don't know, but yes, it was not. the kid from Minnesota.
So they took something else from that when he was just showing the passing of the torch to the younger generation, saying, "Hey, you can do this too. We
Hmm.
believe in you." And they took it as
Yes.
something else, a big ice protest. No, he was
But,
trying to show the young people they can still follow their dreams.
you know, but also I feel like by the internet thinking that, I don't feel like it was necessarily a bad thing either. So I don't know if
True,
everyone heard that story
true.
because again, I'm not going to dive deep into political aspects, but how are you going to say, which I knew he was lying, we knew he was lying, but you're going to deport the bad people, yet you're detaining a 5-year old child coming home from school?
Exactly. I know this
What
man
what
ain't
did the
built up no store or nothing like that.
all
He
right.
ain't do no crimes.
Okay, moving on. Bad Bunny wore a custom Zara jersey with his mother's maiden name and the number 64 to honor his late uncle, a lifelong 49ers fan who was born in 1964. Uh, and then at another point during the performance, there was like these electric poles, and it was going like there was sparks flying from it. So, uh, doing when he was performing that song, doing that song, perform as with Bad Bunny and performers scaled a sparking utility pole. This represented the catastrophic power grid failures in Puerto Rico following Hurricane Maria and criticized the privatization of energy under Liam Energy. It also honored citizens who risked their lives to fix power lines when the government failed to respond. So I believe the guy who was in charge at the time really didn't believe that Puerto Rico was part of America. You
Yeah.
know, he's not the brightest crayon in the box. And then he
Very
goes down there and he passes paper towel shooting him like Batman.
yeah. Yeah.
Disrespectful, this guy. But also, never mind. Yes, but also some Spanish people voted for that. So, hey.
That
Um,
did happen.
oh, here's another thing. I thought this was pretty awesome because one, I I like I like flags. Like I'm from Chicago, so I'm very
Hmm.
proud of the Chicago flag. I have the Chicago flag. I have some variation of a tattoo of the Chicago flag. So I I really enjoyed this part. Bad Bunny displayed the Puerto Rican flag with the light blue triangle. That shade is the original color of the flag and is a powerful symbol of the Puerto Rican independent movement. The dark blue currently used was introduced by the U.S. to mirror its own flag during colonization of the island.
Mm.
So I'm like, he brought a flag, but he said, I'm bringing out the original one.
Yeah.
That's the
See.
one now, original, because it's all about our history and heritage. I love that. And then the show ended with a roll call of over 20 American nations. Bad Bunny held a football reading together. We are America, reclaiming the word America to include the entire continent.
Hmm.
And then I think on the screen it said,
It
with,
said,
oh,
only way to defeat hate
it's with love.
is love, which is the whole thing was about bringing people together. Like it
Yes,
wasn't trying to separate each other. It was like, hey, yes, we have this rich culture. This is our culture. But even within our culture, we still want to bring everybody together and us work together because we all have one planet. So why are we fighting over the dumbest stuff when we could be helping build each other up?
yes. And I saw when he started naming out uh, countries
Yeah.
in Spanish, that got a lot of people excited. Like Jamaica and Haiti, they was like, "Oh, Bad Bunny, shout this out!" They're like, they was really excited. So
That's really
shout out
good.
to shout out to Bad Bunny. He put on a great show, and actually, this is because I don't know if you know this, but Rock Nation has been doing Super Bowl halftime
Yeah.
show since
For the last like 4 years now.
20 2019, I think
Okay.
2019 or 2020, something like that. It had to be 2019. Anyway, but this was their last year
Oh, was
doing
okay.
the show. So we will see what happens next year. I think we can take a guess, but
Do we know who's gonna be taking over? Is it going back to the
I,
NFL?
I don't know. I couldn't at the time. I couldn't find.
Okay.
I heard something, but I couldn't find anything since, so I won't put that out there.
Okay.
Uh, uh, so yeah, we shall see what will happen next. But I think we can take a guess of what
Yeah.
will happen next year.
Unfortunately. Uh
Uh, yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry that was a lot to take in, but so Maroon Five did the Super Bowl show in 2019. So I think maybe Rock Nation took over in 2020. Yes. Wait.
2020.
Uh, that's because that probably was Rihanna. I don't. Weekend did it. The weekend did it 2021. Maybe it was 2022.
Mm,
Maybe Rock Nation took over 2022 because that's when Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J, Kendrick Lamar, and 50 did it.
okay.
Yeah, I should have had that in my notes, but I didn't. My bad.
Mm. Side note, it is new, so we kind of have to talk a little bit about it. The Turning Point halftime show, they I just looked on their site. It looks like 21 million people have either watched part of that halftime show as of right now. I know when it first came out, they said they did like had
They lied about the numbers.
they lied about the number and said they had like 4 million congruent people watching during the stream, and YouTube has its own like streaming thing which is public and you can see it, and they've already said like the only uh live streaming thing that's had 8 million was a soccer game, and like the next 6 of them are all soccer games, nowhere near how much Turning Point said they had, and they were nowhere near that list. It looks like they had maybe 200 to 300,000 people watching congruently at one point in time, but nowhere near the numbers they did say. They did give viewerships, but in the midst of that coming, them saying who they were going to have as their headliner, Kid Rock, some of Kid Rock's lyrics came out, and
Yeah.
people were like, "This the guy you want?" Like
Yeah.
I let Kid Rock go a long time. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be somewhat of a Kid Rock fan back in the day. Back in the day when he was still
When it first
with
came out,
when he first came out and still was with us, because he realized that's what got him popular. And then when he got popular, he acted like he didn't like black people anymore.
yeah.
It is what
I,
it
I
is. We have other people that did the same thing. So we gotta stop making these people popular for one thing.
boy, you forget me started getting because you already know who I'm finna say. Stand that guy, boy. Oh
Man,
my
I
goodness.
hate him. I hate this man, but I love the one song because it's on the Spider-Man soundtrack. But I hate that man for
Fuck his song.
the rest of the time.
Fuck
It's a
him and
good
fuck his
song.
song. I
Oh,
don't give a fuck. Fuck
if
him.
I had to get rid of everything he's done and I could just keep that one song, I would. I get rid of
I
everything else and keep that one
get
song.
rid of his whole catalog. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
But I heard. Yeah, I heard the start of it. Start of that show was bad,
Was it?
and
Okay.
then like you said, the his lyrics to one of the songs he performed was like drugs and hookers or something. One of my coworkers was telling me about. They was like,
It
this,
wasn't even it was
it
even
was
worse
supposed to
than
be they
that.
said it was supposed to be the alternative Bad Bunny, and this is supposed to be more conservative and
Exactly.
more for children. They're like, hold on,
Yeah.
what is he singing about? So
Yeah. And one of his
good,
songs,
good for them.
he talks about getting a minor drunk and doing stuff with her. And they were like,
How I how ironic. How
exactly.
ironic.
Exactly. They already in a
Irony.
midst of situations right now. But that's just we just had to report on it. That's the news. That's what happened. We just letting y'all know. But let's go ahead. We're gonna still talk about some Super Bowl stuff. But we're gonna talk about some of the Super Bowl commercials. Well, not all of them, but we're gonna talk about a couple of the
You're
trailers that came out. Um,
okay.
now we're gonna talk
Oh
about not the
no,
commercials,
go ahead.
just the regular trailers, movie trailers. So we did get a for DC, we got another kind of spotlight commercial TV spot for Supergirl where they showed a lot more crypto. It looks like crypto's younger in this too. They showed Crypto the dog in this, so you got to see him younger with Supergirl. You got a little more Lobo in it. It was just a quick TV spot, so it wasn't really long, a lot real drawn out. But you gotta see a lot more crypto. It was real crypto focused because they know they did that last year when they did crypto in the not the actual Super Bowl and the Puppy Bowl. So they did that. They kind of did the same thing here. I think it was really well in the front of the Super Bowl, if I recall right. But we also had a Mandalorian spot for the Mandalorian movie that's coming outside. So I'm wearing Mandalorian shirt, so I forgot to mention that. But they have a movie come out too, Mandalorian Grego. Always pronounce it weirdly. They had a little TV spot. You got to see it. I didn't actually go watch the full trailer because I haven't watched the third season. Um, I kind of fell off of the Mandalorian. I love the first season. The second season was decent, and then they start doing a lot of stuff, and I kind of let it go. I'm very much not a completist anymore. If a show starts diving on me, I'm not gonna keep watching to complete it. I got other stuff to do. But we'll probably talk about that movie when it does come out. I'll probably still see it and talk about it because that is somewhat wrapped in the superhero stuff. So we'll look forward to that when it does come out. On other news in DC, the Clayface movie has gotten pushed back a month. So they were supposed to come out September. September. Oh, I didn't write it down. They were supposed to come out in September. But now they're coming out October 30 or October 23rd of this year. Um, I think they want to get it closer to Christmas. They think they'll do it better in Christmas time for that kind of movie. It is supposed to be a horror superhero movie. Um, so they feel it'd probably be better in Christmas. And I agree with them. That is a better spot for that movie. And it gives them a little more time to make sure they got what they need what they got, and they get the visual effects looking right. This will be the third movie in the new kind of semi rebooted DC. So we'll see how that works. We still have Supergirl coming out in June. Still excited for it, but I am worried about how Lobo looks. We saw Lobo we talked about it 2 weeks ago, the first kind of shots of him. They still have time to maybe fix some stuff that people are kind of upset about. So we'll see what they do with that. You also have Lanterns, the second show of the new DC coming out this year. I believe it's still this year, unless it got pushed back. I believe it's still this year. So that's going to be also interesting to see what happens with that. I think there was one more TV spot, but I'm drawing a blank now. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
didn't even I didn't even see the commercial for Supergirl. I completely
I
missed that.
believe it. I believe it was on the Super Bowl. I seen. I did see. I watched it on YouTube because I didn't watch the beginning of the Super Bowl. I watched it on
Okay.
YouTube, and it said Super Bowl TV spot. So it could have been on the Super Bowl, but I forgot Warner Brothers don't have money right now too, so they might have put it just on YouTube and lied about it being a Super Bowl spot. So I could be wrong. It is what it
The,
is. But
the one I
slight new footage for Supergirl.
the one commercial I remember that got me excited was the Minions. They put out with
Oh
another
yeah,
movie.
I think
I'm
this is
going to see
movie
that.
number 4 for them or something. What? How many movies do
Uh,
they have?
I don't know. I'm going to see that. I don't care. Make sure I go during the day where it can't be no
Minions
kids in there.
Monster. Oh,
Middle
understandable.
of the day. Middle of the day.
The fifth installment. Minions Rise of Gru. Because they had like, I think this is the fifth one. It doesn't say. Uh, yeah. Oh no, this might be like the second one.
Okay.
Because I forget Despicable Me has 4 movies by itself, and then you have Minions movie. This is the third one of the Minions movie because there's Minions, Minions Rise of Groot, and then now Minions and Monsters. So yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that's the way that goes. And then you have the Despicable Me 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All right.
So this franchise is booming. They got 7 movies in their franchise on top of like a lot of different skits they put out
Mhm.
too. And I
Yeah.
think one of these movies has made $1 billion, if not 2 of
Word.
these Despicable Me movies are Minion movies. Yeah.
All right. I mess with it. I like them. So
Yeah,
I
my daughter likes them. I know we were watching on the Minion movie over and over again for like a month and a half when it finally
oh,
came out on streaming. So I probably would be
yeah,
going to see this movie too.
that's what's up.
But yeah, I think that is it for Super Bowl related superhero news.
All right. Well, switch over to some basketball. So I got a lot. So right now we're going to talk about some trades that happened last week. Hang with me. There's a lot of movement. Some people that did move at all. So I'd say the biggest trade that happened at the trade deadline last week was James Harden got traded to Cleveland Cavs for Darius Garland. I was a straight up trade. Was actually surprised that that happened.
Mm.
Uh, I thought James Harden liked being in LA. I mean, he's from LA with the Clippers playing with Kawhi. I don't know. So
Sounds
that
like
was a
he
shock.
like to be there, but they like to let him go. That's what it
Yeah,
seems like more.
I don't know.
Because
I mean,
they
Kawhi.
seem like they didn't get a lot for him. So it's like
Yeah, it was a straight up trade. So I can't call. I want to say for the record, I have no idea what the Chicago Bulls are doing at all. At all. So the Chicago Bulls and Boston Celtics made a trade. The Bulls traded Vooch to Boston for Anthony Simonsons. So that they got rid of their big and they grabbed an athletic guard. Okay. So then at that point, it probably had like they had a they had a lot of guards on the team.
hmm
'Cause- all right. So then the Chicago Bulls, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Detroit Pistons agreed to a three-team trade. The Bulls got Mike Conley Jr. from the T Wolves and guard Jaden Ivey from the Pistons. The Pistons are receiving Kevin Hunter and Daryl Cyric from the Bulls. And the Pistons also receiving a 2026 first round protected swap pick. So then with Kevin Hunter, the Bulls traded a small forward and a power forward. So now you really have no bigs on the team at all whatsoever.
wow.
Um, the Memphis Grizzlies traded Memphis Grizzlies and Utah made a trade. Memphis will receive 3 first-round draft picks along with guard Walter Clayton Jr. and forwards Kyle Anderson, Tyler Hendricks, and George Niang. The Utah Jazz will get Jaron Jackson Jr., Jock Lachlan, and guards John Concher and Vince Williams Jr. So Memphis is going through a rebuild. Jaron Jackson Jr. was their star big man, all star big man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so they started a rebuild. They didn't trade Ja. Everyone thought that would happen. So I'm expecting Ja to get moved this summer. Um, so yeah, they didn't rebuild. Speaking of Utah, so just the other night, Utah's best player is Lauren Markkinen. He's a tall guy. He used to play for the Bulls. Him and Jerry Jackson Jr. was having a tremendous game, right? Tremendous game. Utah, they was winning by 12 going into the fourth quarter. Utah sat both of them, Laurie Markkinen and Jerry Jackson Jr., the whole fourth quarter, and they lost the game.
Yeah, I seen something about that.
They did that shit on purpose because there's a kid at BYU who's supposed to be really good. So I think the call was maybe like, "Hey man, we're not really trying to win games right now. We're trying to get a good
Oh.
draft pick. Because if you put that kid on team with them two,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be scary. Like 3-headed monster. Like yeah.
Okay.
Um, let's see. There was another surprising trade. The Dallas Mavericks traded Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum to the Washington Wizards for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Melvin Bagley III, Malik Barnham, uh, 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. So yeah, Anthony Davis got traded to Washington, and then I saw a report that he was going to sit it out for the rest of the season because he had an injury. He was injured when he got traded, but then I believe something came out where Washington was like, "Hold on, chill. We didn't say that quite yet. We didn't say he was sitting out the rest of the season quite yet. It remains to be seen."
Okay.
I Anthony Davis is from Chicago, but I'm not a fan of Anthony Davis because he's a Packers fan. So I think that's just I say that's his karma from always being injured because you from Chicago and you're a Packers fan.
Okay.
That math ain't
Understand.
math, man. That's
Understandable.
why my theory is that's why he's always hurt.
Do you
Oh,
think he's on the tail end of his career? Um.
yeah, yes. Anthony Davis has been in the league for a while. He's
Okay.
always hurt. Ever, like when he was in New Orleans, he wasn't injured like this.
Yeah.
It was like once he got to the Lakers, maybe it's because the way he left New Orleans and somebody put some bad juju because they do voodoo in New Orleans.
True.
So he
Yeah.
might got some voodoo put on him, some bad juju, the way he left New Orleans, and 'cause he's always hurt.
True.
And sometimes it's just like, dang. Because when he got traded to Dallas, as soon as he got traded to Dallas, when he got traded for Luka last year for Dallas, his first game
Mm-hmm.
with Dallas he was having a great game. Great game. First game with
He
Dallas
got
having a great
hurt.
game, and then he got hurt in the second half. It's like, damn, damn.
Yeah, that
Uh,
that does gotta hurt.
the 76ers, I was surprised by this trade, are trading their rookie Jared McCain to OKC for a 2026 Rockets first round pick and 3 second-round picks. Jared McCain, I don't know if you know who he is, played for
No.
Philly. Um, he's another guy, much like Caleb Williams, who catch a lot of flack because he paints his nails.
Oh, is it light skinned boy?
Uh, yeah, he
Okay,
does a
yeah,
lot of
I heard about him. Yeah,
TikTok
he does
TikTok
TikTok.
dances.
But I heard he
Yeah,
played good. I heard he a good
that
player. He
no,
was
he is a good
balling.
player. Yeah,
Okay.
he was especially at the beginning of the season. He was balling, then he got injured.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but yeah, so Now, so to me, in my opinion, first OKC was stacking up a bunch of draft picks.
Uh-huh.
Now they stacking up a bunch of young talent because
Okay.
Jared McCain stay healthy. You have to OKC teams. That give them even more depth. So
Yeah.
shout out to OKC.
Okay.
Uh, the Cavs are trading Lonzo Ball and 2 second-round picks to the Utah Jazz, and they probably waived him. They was expected to waive him, so it
Oh.
means he didn't have to go out there. Um, Chris Chris Paul talked about this earlier in the season,
Yeah.
how the Clippers was treating him. Chris Paul got traded to the Toronto Raptors as part of a three-team deal, but he doesn't have to show up to Toronto, so he doesn't even have to go. He got traded.
At all this year, or like, is it just
Yeah,
for?
yeah, for this year, like he got traded to Toronto, but they're like, you don't show up. You don't have to show up. So,
Jesus.
let's see. Let me try to move through some of this other stuff quickly. Okay, Chicago Bulls traded Kobe White and Mike Conley Jr., who they had just received in a trade from Minnesota, to Charlotte for Colin Saxton, Osman Dean, and 3 second-round picks. And then they traded the big to Milwaukee, I do believe. And then yeah, so
Okay.
again, it's a team full of guards.
Yeah.
Lakers traded Gabe Vincent and a 2032 second-round pick to the Hawks for Luke Kennard. That gives the Lakers like another shooter. So
Okay.
uh, where Golden State finally traded Jonathan Kaminga. They traded Jonathan Kaminga and Buddy Hield to the Hawks for Porzingis. Kaminga needed to get out of Golden State because it wasn't working. Whatever was going on between him and Steve Kerr, like Kaminga wasn't getting playing time. He's young, he's athletic, he's needed on that team, but he wasn't getting no PT. So they finally got rid of him. Then I saw something today that Golden State was complaining that somebody in Kaminga's family was taking too much food. I'm like, what?
Taking too much food.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, that's a weird thing to put out after.
You're a billion
Okay, well,
dollar industry or corporation. You can
right,
handle the food. Come on.
right. But it's like even if the food was still there, you're gonna throw it out anyway. So
Exactly.
uh yeah. Um the Pelicans traded Jose Alvarado to the Knicks. He's the little short guy, long hair,
Oh
who
yeah, be
run
getting
behind people
kills.
and still
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they traded him to the Knicks. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And then probably I wouldn't say the biggest surprise, but the Bucks didn't trade Giannis. So
Yeah.
that wasn't I always say the most exciting thing about that was Giannis's post after the fact because he posted the Wolf of Wall Street when he says, "I'm not fucking leaving," and
Yeah.
and then he posted something. He was like, "Uh, I don't have." It was something like this. I don't have the pistol in my hand, but I'm drawing all the attention. I
um.
find I find Giannis funny as hell. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I I think if Giannis does get traded, it will happen this summer around the draft. So
Okay.
I felt like him and John for sure is gonna get traded at some point. Giannis still has another year left on his deal, but if he does get traded, it'll probably happen this summer around the
Okay.
draft. And one more thing, I was watching Minnesota and the Clippers play Saturday, and Io DeSumo, who got traded from Chicago to Minnesota. Io is a Chicago kid, grew up in Chicago, played at Illinois. First game in Minnesota, first time we checked in, they gave this man a standing ovation.
Oh, really?
So sad. And then the other night he had a pretty good game. So shout out to Ayo DeSumo. I hope he has a good career up there in Minnesota. Shout out to him. He was probably my favorite player on this. Well, was on this Bull team this season.
Mhm.
Bulls are ass. They just got blown out by Boston. I hope they keep losing so they can get a good draft pick. I'm tired of making the play in as like a 10th seed just to not to do nothing and get a horrible pick, like a 13th or 14th pick. So
Yeah.
I hope the Bulls get their ass whooped for the rest of the season. And I'm so happy I did not buy a league pass to watch them this season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good yeah, that's a good thing you didn't buy that league pass.
I mean, I've been able to watch everybody, all the other teams, but I usually buy it just to watch them. So glad I saved my money this year.
Okay. Well, with all that trading and back and forth and people moving around, let's get into some other things that got changed around in Marvel. So sad to say, it seems like the Blade solo movie is not going forward at this time. Seems like it's been canceled.
What?
Um, yeah, I know it's been moved around so much. So I don't think Mahershala Ali will play a live action Blade anytime soon. He did get to play the voice of Blade in Marvel Zombies. He got to do that, but I don't think he's gonna play a live action. It seems like they can't get the script right. It's going through multiple directors. There's a lot of creative issues with it and creative differences between writing it, Mahershala Ali acting in it and wanting to have a good script, and them getting everything linked up together. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So I think Blade is going to. The rumor is that Blade is going to be put on a team called oh freaking I forgot what the name of that team was going to be called. Um, Sons of Night or something like that because it's based on a comic book and I forget. I didn't read the comic book, but I heard about it. So he's gonna be in an ensemble. I don't know if it's gonna be animated or a live action or a TV show. I'm not sure, but I think they're working on that now. And the Blade movie has been kind of canceled and put on the back burner kind of permanently, which sucks because I was really looking forward to Mahershala Ali playing Blade. I thought he would do a really good job, and I really wanted to see Blade come back into this world. Yes, we got Wesley Snipes reprising his role as Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine, which was great. He was good in it. He was Blade. But that would be probably the last time he will be Blade himself. There was rumors that he was supposed to have a cameo in this movie, but now that that movie's not happening, that's not going to be seen. So that's the sad news there. Upside of news though, on the press tour that Chris Hemsworth, Holly Berry, and Mark Ruffalo were doing for their new movie. I don't even know the name of the movie. Let me see if I
Got
can
my
get it right
attention.
quick.
Is
Huh?
that the one? So you got my attention. You said Holly Berry.
I know. Criminal 101, Crime 101.
Oh, that comes out this Friday, right?
I think so. Yeah, February 13th. It comes out this Friday. So they're doing press tour right now. And of course, someone asked them about the possibility of Storm coming back. And they all kept kind of playing and teasing. Look at this. They kind of kept playing and teasing that, oh, we might have been working on something together or doing something. So there's a chance we will see Storm in Doomsday or Secret War. It's still kind of a rumor and they're playing around with it. So they could be messing with us. But I
That would be
think
nice.
Marvel will pony out the money to get Storm there. I think
They better.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a lot of surprises in both these two movies, but it was cool to see them joking about it and laughing about it. And Holly Berry's already come out and said that she hadn't been approached to do the movie, but we know she's got to keep stuff under wraps a little bit. She can't tell everything like that.
Send me that.
So
Send me that clip. If she in the movie, send me that clip. I don't want to see the whole
I mean,
movie. I just want to see that clip.
understand. Well, you got the movie won't come out until December, so you got plenty of time before that movie comes out. But yeah, we get to possibly see her in the movie. Um, Once again, I haven't seen any new stuff. They've been putting out some merch, and I guess there's a Lego line that's just starting to come out for Doomsday. So most likely in another week or two, we'll find some Lego spoilers in that. So that
There'll be
will
a
be,
Black Storm.
yeah, yeah. You see some stuff like that. That would be
I'll
crazy.
send that to me. I want that.
But super excited to see what they do with Doomsday. As of right now, Doomsday and what is that? Dune's third movie are still set up to go against each other. Neither one of them has moved yet. So I think one of them should move to not hurt each other. But Hollywood be stubborn sometimes. So we'll see what happens. Um, I think that's it. Anything else happen with them? Oh, I guess I could kind of talk about this. So they're remaking Tomb Raider as well. You know, Tomb Raider, Laura Croft.
Ron
Um,
Croft, video
First
game.
live action was with Angelina
Mm-hmm.
Jolie, and then they did a remake of that. I forget the name of the lady that did that. I think they did two movies, and now they're rebooting again. They're rebooting it with Sophie Turner, and we saw a couple pics of her in her Laura
I don't
Croft
know who that is.
costume. It's a
Who's that?
lady from Game of Thrones. She played in Game of Thrones. She was the princess. She was the oldest sister of the dang, what are their names? Jesus, I forgot their names. Of the wolf people, I forgot their name. They're not wolf people, but they had
Oh,
wolves and stuff. I forgot their name.
yeah,
I'm blanking on their names. People in the
not
comments
familiar.
know.
Hmm,
Um,
okay, I
um,
guess.
so they saw, and the internet got upset because
With
two
Sydney
things,
Sweeney.
two things, and you know why they got upset. This lady is not, let's say, as has been given gifted things as other actresses have, as Angelina
Sydney
Jolie has,
Sydney
as Sydney
Sweeney. That's what I
Sweeney
just said.
is.
That's what I just said.
So they're upset about that. But they're also upset that she is a redhead. Like they're like Laura Croft doesn't have red hair, and I'm like,
Oh,
well,
come
first
on.
of all, Laura Croft is a computer generated character, so calm down. She can have any
Indeed.
kind of character. So of course nerds are upset with that, and I shouldn't say nerds like that. That sounds very mean.
Can I say it?
Weird nerds like that are upset that she doesn't have big boobs and red hair.
I I don't I don't understand that community over there when they get this upset about fictional characters.
They
Like
get
it's a
weird
fictional
about
character.
stuff.
Oh my god.
They get really weird about stuff. Only time I get weird about stuff like that is when you take a black character and make them white in a in a project where there's very few black characters. Like that's the only time I get upset. When you take a white character and make it a black character, I'm a little more okay with that because usually that cast is predominantly white anyway, and it helps other people to see themselves in those characters sometimes when you do that. But I understand people still get upset with that, and I'm like, calm down. You got 32,000 more characters you could pick from. We got 5. Chill out.
Well, I changed my stance now. I don't want Sydney Sweeney to do it. I hope Sophie Turner kills in this role since she gets so much hate. Goodness.
She
Change
does.
my tune.
I seen Sophie does get a lot of hate. She's getting a lot of hate right now for this. But she's also in that curse of Game of Thrones actors where after Game of Thrones they haven't been able to do anything else to keep their career really going. Everything else has been kind of a flop since Game of Thrones. So they're still trying to find their way in acting. after Game of Thrones, being they've been on such a big show and now they just can't keep it going. So hopefully this helps her in her career. I do like she doesn't seem like a bad actor. She did good in Game of Thrones. She was in X-Men. Um what was it? It was the last X-Men, not Days of Future Past, the one after that. X-Men Phoenix, I think it is. That was a horrible movie. So I can't blame her. It was a horrible movie. She wasn't great in it, but nobody was really great in it. So there's that. So hopefully this helps her and she does good. I wouldn't mind seeing another Laura Croft movie. I didn't see the second reboot, so maybe I'll check this one out. We'll see. But yeah, that's the news.
Oh, all right. Well, I just want to know what happened to the game I love because I don't I don't recognize it anymore. And what I'm talking about is NBA All Star Weekend. It's this weekend. Um, NBA All Star Weekend 2026 is the league's 75th anniversary celebration. It will take place from this Friday, February 13th to Sunday, February 15th, in LA and Inglewood, California. The events will be hosted primarily at the Clippers' new stadium, the Intuition Dome,
Oh, okay.
and the Kia Forum. Uh, for the first time since 2002, the All Star Game will be broadcast on NBC and streamed on Peacock. So, this is the part I'm not really excited about because I really didn't like it last year, so I don't like it this year. That's just that. Yeah. So, the 2026 All Star Game features a major structural change, a three-team round robin tournament replacing the traditional East versus West. That's what I like.
Um,
So the teams is two teams of U.S. players. One team is the U.S. Stars. The other team is U.S. Stripes, and one team of international players. That's the World Team, which is
oh,
which
okay.
is kind of confusing because they still did the normal. Here's the starters for the East. Here's the starters for the West, and
Yeah.
here's the reserves. And none of that ish matters because they're gonna be scrambled up and put it on. You know, so you gonna have people like guys from the East playing with guys that's from the West. So like it really didn't matter at all
Yeah.
who's the starters and who's the reserve. You should have just did these are the all stars for this season. Like, 'cause, yeah. Anywho, because like for instance, Shea is a starter technically for the West,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gonna be on the international team because he's Canadian.
Yeah.
So why it really did matter.
Yeah.
All right, that's my little rant. Um, the teams will play three 12-minute games. The two teams with the best records will then face off in a fourth game for the All Star Championship. I just hope it's better than last year. Last year they had too much going on. They had like Kevin Hart on the sidelines, and they like doing events and stuff in between quarters and timeouts. And the flow of the game, there was no flow to the game itself, and I was very lackluster, and
Mm-hmm.
I ain't like it. Okay, I ain't like it. So, and then Saturday you got the 3 point contest with Devin Booker, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, and Dame. For those of you who don't know, Dame is out for the whole season because he tore his Achilles last year in the playoffs with the
Yeah.
Bucks. But he'll be in the 3 point contest because 3 point contest, you ain't gotta do running and cutting. It's like you gotta do a little bit from one rack to the other.
Yeah.
But it's not, you know. So first of all,
Mm-hmm.
like, how is he gonna do that? But I'm like, well, you know, I'm sure he's probably been practicing shoot around. Like, it's
Yeah.
different than a full
Do you think it
NBA
should go
game.
to a spot to somebody is healthy?
Man, I really don't care.
Marcus, you're supposed
Again,
to care.
again, like I said, what happened to the game I love? Okay, and then I'm gonna tell you another reason why I said say that after I tell you about the dunk contest. So the dunk contest has Carter Bryant, oh, 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 Jackson Hayes, who's a big man,
Okay.
Keyshawn Johnson, and Jace Richardson, which I believe is Richard Jefferson's son. If so, and he has athletics like his dad, if that's his dad, he he's a sleeper. He'll probably win because his dad won a dunk contest.
Okay.
And this year, Matt McClung won't be in the dunk contest this year. He has won the last three dunk contests. And speaking of Mac McClung, the Bulls signed him to a deal.
Okay.
Another guard. I don't get it. Anyway, but yes, I have a basketball. We've discussed this, but another reason why I say what happened to the game I love is, and you might call me, you probably call me old head in the comments. I don't care. What the fuck is a gather step? These are travels. You cannot pick up the ball, take two steps, and then take two more after another step. These are travels. I don't just gather step. No, these are fucking travels.
So
Basketball, you're supposed to dribble, you pick up the ball, you got two steps. That's it. It's not this, oh, I'm going to dribble, and then I can take two steps, then I'm going to grab the ball, then I'm going to take another two steps. Like the shit that Giannis did early in the year was fucking egregious. This man picked up his dribble near the half court line. He was dribbling.
oh yeah, I seen that.
He did
Yeah.
like a shuffle,
I think
and
he took
then
like 5 steps.
and then he euroed, and then what the? Oh my god! And there was
He
another
carried
play.
too.
There was another play like Bronny when they went back to Cleveland. This guy, he had a steal. He took one dribble, went shuffle, 1, 2, 3, dunk. I'm like, what? This is travel. That's not. I don't get it. It makes no sense. I tried to look it up, read on it. I like this shit doesn't make any sense.
It's
These are
in the
travels.
rules.
This is travel.
Isn't
Like
it in the rules?
like I thought this was supposed to be the most skillful players now who has the most talent. Yet you got to come up with all these creative ways to put the fucking ball in the basket that involves you shooting a movement without dribbling the fucking ball. But I am led to believe that this is the best talent ever in the league right now. No, it's the best because y'all can travel. Like the shit they doing now, that shit would never go back in the day. They call that shit travel right away. This is ridiculous. I don't get it. That's my rant. I
I
don't give a
guess.
fuck if you call me an old head. I don't care. You call me Unc. I don't care. It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
I think it's more egregious. Yes, the travel is getting egregious. The gather step, I don't know if they changed it. I got to go look back in the old game and see how it played. If it was there and we never just noticed it.
No,
Um,
no. Back in the day, if you did any movement without dribbling that ball, you getting called for a travel. Any
I
movement.
have to go see. I know
Of
the
course,
game
of
has
course,
changed.
there's gonna be like it's referees that will make mistakes. So people
Here and
put
there,
out, oh,
yeah.
what about this play? You drew it on, you move. Yeah, that I mean, it's human. It's gonna happen.
You
But
gotta
this
put
shit here
out
is
both
crazy.
ways.
This
Um,
shit is crazy.
I'm thinking I'm more the carry. They just don't even call carry no more. The things do people be doing like we just eliminate the word carry. We just allowing people to do it. Like all these kids is learning to dribble the ball with their hand under the ball. Like that, you can't do that. Like
Yeah.
I have to tell the referees that my kids be playing. I'm like, hey, call them for carry because I told them they got to stop doing it. Call them every time they do it. I don't care if we're down 20, up 30. Call them from carrying. And the referee's like, all right. I had one kid got like 5 carries in one game. I was like, you keep carrying the ball. Stop doing it. I told you can't do that. So I understand the league is trying to keep the game entertaining and fast paced to keep viewership. So they're tweaking the rules here and there. Um, they just trying to not go down like baseball is going down right now. Baseball is very much trying to keep their head above water, and basketball is I think the third highest sport, maybe fourth highest sport.
Yeah, because it's global. It's a global game, but
yeah, so they trying to
it's
keep
ridiculous. Okay, I got another rant. We got time for another rant?
Go ahead. This is gonna be a long
All
episode,
right.
y'all. Just be ready.
Now, listen. Now, I've been told. Let's see. LeBron has a very high basketball IQ. Like I've heard stories that he knows. Like when when he was back in Cleveland and they was playing Toronto, how he called they plays because he knew he was going to do fine.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, he said some of the dumbest shit I've heard in a while. And I'm on Twitter every day, and people say dumb shit on that every fucking day. This guy said, Max Kellerman. What's Max Kellerman? I don't remember who was talking about it. But they were talking about they were talking about injuries. LeBron was saying how today's game is a high pace, a lot more faster pace than it was in the 80s and 90s, and that players these days have a lot of soft tissue injuries. And then this is the part where he lost me. This man said, and this part does not get talked about enough, but you're sleeping. He said this. You're sleeping in different beds. You're sleeping on different pillows, and you're in different time zones. As soon as he said that, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You think in the 80s and 90s they didn't sleep in different beds and it was in different time zones? What are you talking about? Like, I can't. I'm like, what? And he said it with so much confidence and conviction. Like, this is a brand new thing for the league these days. And it's like, you have more technology now to help your body recover. We have better
Yeah.
medicine, better doctors. Everything medical wise is better now. And you talk about different beds and different pillows and different time zones, like the players before you didn't have to deal with that shit.
That
and
probably
then
wasn't the best thing to say.
and then his friend Rich Paul, who also has a podcast with Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman was talking about the guy in the step. And Rich Paul goes, he said the reason for the guy in step now is because he said insoles. I'm like, what? Insoles? I'm like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Insoles, my guy. That's the reason. Stop. What happened to the game that I love? I can't deal with this, man. I can't deal with this, man.
Understandable.
Insoles, my guy. I got insoles. I'm getting old. I got insoles in my shoes. That doesn't help
They
me
giving them insoles
travel.
out to fans when they be giving them shoes away.
Oh my god! This guy said. This guy said insoles, and this guy talking about some different beds and time zones.
We are talking about a guy that's played the longest in NBA career wise at a high level. He's bound to say something that seems stupid.
No. We're not gonna say seems stupid. It was stupid.
I just said yes, it is, but I would say this: NBA players now are way more pampered than they were in the 80s and 90s. Way more pampered. So that little thing could be a big difference maker.
Like bed and pillows, time zones.
NBA players in the 80s and 90s they weren't pampered. They were harder. So
Yes, and they played 82 games.
it was clearly a different of errors, not only physically but also
I'm,
mentally.
yes,
Simply
because
right there.
LeBron, I think, played 82 games. I think that's off the top of my head. I think like seven. Nope, not even that. I think like two times.
Mm. I
I
see
think
something that he is just outside of the game requirement to be able to get an award. This would be the first year or something.
I don't care. Wait, whatever.
But
I'm
these
done.
also guys that are getting paid way more money and
Oh,
realize
for sure.
their body is their product.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
making sure they take care of it.
Jordan struggled like those last 2 years. He's getting paid 30 million for one season. Motherfuckers, motherfuckers making more than that in a season. And these are not even superstars. Jordan's a megastar.
Yeah.
These guys, these ain't they 30 million. They shit. They make that probably from one damn game. Some of these guys.
So we really can see the difference in the game now
Yeah.
from
All
then.
right, I'm done. We can go on to the top
Understandable.
next.
Understandable.
So
So
I
let's
can
get
keep going.
I know you can. So let's end the podcast with my finishing review of Wonder Man. Yes, I finished the whole thing, 8 episodes. Um, for me, it started out really good, caught my interest really fast. Episode 4, Doorman Clause, great episode, great one shot episode, but great episode. Period. For me, it was good. I can't say great. Um, I can't say I will revisit it very often. I might watch it one more time just to maybe catch some cameos or some key things I might have missed. Some I'm blanking on the word you call it when you find small things and stuff that tells you
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs. There we go. I was blanking. I couldn't think of the word Easter eggs. I was
I
like,
got you.
it's something. But for me, it was just good. It started out really good, but it was just good. More for me, it wasn't what I expected. It's not. Marvel took a big swing on this. They did something outside the box that they normally would do. Um, don't get me wrong, it's beautifully acted, beautifully written, a great story of friendship, a great story of showing the mechanics of a profession of acting, of studios putting on a show just like the show The Studio, how they did their show, and when you went behind the scenes see how they make stuff. It's a great expectation of that. It's a great character arcing show, but it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be for a Marvel show. And for it to be in the superhero realm of what I was expecting to happen within it. Which is I won't say bad, but it does give it a chance to elevate that material, elevate superhero material, really does. Um, it is because I can't say it's not good because I did like the first half of it. I just didn't think the ending was where I was hoping for them to go or where I would like them to go. Um, it's very easy to have this be a one shot and never deal with any of these characters again. They can definitely do that. And that's a good and a bad thing to that because it doesn't leave you wanting more of the. Well, I won't say leave you wanting more of these characters, but it doesn't leave you wanting to see these characters within this universe particularly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and these are kind of not bigger characters, but known characters within this universe you would like to see do other stuff in this universe. Especially when you have now a black character. We don't have very many black characters in the Marvel universe, and the fact that this character was done really well and really well acted. And the actor is I always forget how to pronounce his name, um, who plays him, does a good job. But it'd be interesting to see where they go with it. Apparently, it's doing really well. So I don't mean apparently like this is a shit show. I'm just saying it's doing really well because a lot of people say they didn't want this show in the first place. The fact that it's come out and they liking it is a little bit of a surprise, but there's a chance it can get a season two, which will be a very interesting in where they go with season two. Like I'll watch it for that. If they do a season two, I'm gonna watch it to see where they went with it. But for me, it was I would give it out of 10 a 7.5. I get it a 7.5. It was good, interesting. Um, I don't think it was for me per se, but I enjoyed the things about it that I did like. Um, I know that sounds terrible. So I'm not trying to shit on the show because it's not a bad show. It just took a weird twist, and I was like, why did we do this instead of this? Like you could have went this way with this and made it a little more interesting and a little more cohesive within that world. But I get what they were doing. They were trying to do something different, and they did. They really did something different, and it's really good. Like the friendship aspect of it, how deep their friendship goes, and then the whole motivation of why he was doing what he was doing, but then realizing what he was doing meant not as much because of this thing that also became into his life. Beautiful, but not where I wanted it to go, not where I was hoping it to go for the show that I was watching. Um, but let me know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Did you finish it? Are you excited about it? Did you like it? What is your ratings on it? Hit us in the comments down below. It is getting good praise, and I think both actors did an amazing job in it. Top top notch acting from the main stars of the show, and even side characters did amazing stuff. And shout out to Josh Gad for his one episode. Amazing job he did in that, and the way they tied that together. Great job. But yeah, that's my review of the first season of Wonder Man. I was about to say Doorman, Wonder Man. And let us know in the comments how you guys feel about it. And that is the podcast for this episode. Marcus, go ahead and sign us out.
Yeah, my bad. I made this such a long podcast. I had a
Oh
lot
no,
to
no,
talk
no! You
about
had
at,
things
at,
to
at
talk
rent.
about.
At rent. But anyway, hit the like button. Um, subscribe. Hit the link in the description for all of our socials. Um, yeah, keep leaving comments on our TikTok and Insta. Yeah, you guys seem to like the clips. The interaction on there has been fun. For the most part, I would say we get positive responses and feedback.
Exactly. It hasn't been as crazy as of late.
Yeah, yeah. Talking about what we're actually talking about. So that's fun. The number is in the description for leave a voicemail if you got any questions you want to ask, any topics you think you might want us to talk about. Well, I held y'all. If you lasted this long, thank you. This is our show. I
I think this
appreciate
might be
you.
our longest episode.
Thank you for listening to me yell, Unc over here. So appreciate you. Hope everybody have a good night, good weekend, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.